say, and I have to say to you, I look at this turnout, I look at the love in the room. This is just love in the room. And I remember the first time I did this, my first administration, one of my first meetings, there wasn't this large a crowd, Tiger. We had about 5 people in the front. We had maybe five black people right in the front, right about there. I said, is anybody else coming? Is this it? Are we open? I don't even think Tim Scott, I know Turner wasn't there. I don't think Tim Scott was there either. I'm not sure. But that's all changed, and we got the highest vote, and one of the big reasons I'm president today is because of the black vote, and I always appreciate it. So this is a very special time. It's Black History Month. We love you all. We're going to work with you. We're going to make America greater than ever before. We're going to do it together, and I want to thank you all for being here. It's an incredible honor. And to my great golfing friends, I want to thank them in particular because they really are. They make a lot of money. They don't have to be up here with me. Tiger doesn't have to be here. Adam doesn't have to. They don't need this, but they love you and they love our country. Thank you all very much. Thank you. Thank you.
So who is Miss Florecia Cook, the black grandma that spoke so highly of Trump last night at the Black History celebration? And what happened to her 22-year-old grandson, Marty McMillan?
I love him. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say about that racist stuff. And don't be looking at me on the news hating on me because I'm standing up for somebody that deserves to be standing up for. Get off the man's back. Let him do his job. He's doing the right thing. Back up off of him. And Grandma said it.
And before Miss Cook became America's grandma last night, the first person to ever call Miss Cook grandma was her 22-year-old grandson, Marty McMill. In 2017, 22-year-old Marty McMill was killed, not by a police officer, not by the white man, but by a man that looked just like him, a black man. 22-year-old Marty went to meet up with a young woman that he met on Plenty of Fish. He unfortunately, like most black men in America, became a victim of black-on-black gun violence. He was shot 7 times by her 42-year-old boyfriend, John McRae. Without the help of any civil rights activists, there was no Ben Crump and no Black Lives Matter. Miss Cook and her family waited 3 days for answers, only to find out that there was no detective ever assigned to her grandson's case in D.C. Miss Cook and her family had to do their own investigation, and unfortunately, it was 9 months until Marty's remains were found. And I know we're all led to believe that the justice system is so hard on the black man. The murder only received 15 years for manslaughter. Now, Miss Cook's story is near and dear to my heart because I too share a similar story. But once again, the justice system is so hard on the black man. My brother Kelly walked out free. During this heartbreak, I quickly learned it's not them, it's us. I also said, vengeance is the Lord's. Now my family and their family walking around with their knot in their throat. Miss Cook was there to shed light that over 40,000 black Americans are victims of black-on-black gun violence a year. No one, and I do mean no one, hates niggas more than niggas hate themselves.
For some of you guys, I don't know if you got a chance to see it, Black History Month at the White House. This video caught my eye. I watched the whole thing. I thought it was phenomenal. It was so many different clips I could pull off from there, and I probably will pull a couple other clips. But of course, this is one of the biggest clips circling around. But Grandma had to get up there and yell at everybody and let everybody know they need to stop messing with Trump. And I don't think Grandma was wrong at all. Grandma put her foot in it.
One thing I like about him, he keeps it real just like Grandma. I appreciate that because I can trust him because he tells exactly how he feels and what he thinks. Thank God for this president. I am filled, my cup runneth over. Because he allowed his constituents, his people to come to my house to interview me, to talk about the murder of my grandson. It seemed like nobody cared. I'm an advocate for murder. I marched, I rallied, I pulled out other families in the District of Columbia that had murders and did not have answers. Ooh. We marched and we rallied, and nobody heard me, Democrats. get mad at me. Until this Republican sent his constituents, his people out there to interview me in my home. Have you ever heard of a thing? Then they invited me twice before Congress to testify for the beautiful bill that's going to change crime in the district. If you kill somebody, okay, you take a life, you do life. Just that simple. If you do a harsh crime.
I never understood why they were so against this, about this reform that Trump was bringing. I didn't get it. You got so many families just like hers who lost people, but politics as usual says, yeah, we use your name, we put you in that position. And even some people, I believe some of y'all still out there believe that Trump, oh, he's just using this a political play. I don't think it is. I think Trump actually cares. You can do two things can be true at the same time. I tell people, you can chew gum and walk at the same time. Two things can be true. Trump could invite someone down there for the political clout and still care about what's taking place. Meaning, we're going to highlight this situation, and I still care what happened concerning that situation, because nobody needs to just die and get killed in D.C. and the murder's not even solved. Nobody talks about it. The police don't do any follow-up about it. It's a lot of families out here that go through that. I'm glad he highlighted it, especially on Black History Month, gave her a chance to actually speak. Let her say what she got to say.
You do harsh time. Just that simple. And then we need National Guard, and which we did years ago. He brought it on. I love him. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say about that racist stuff. And don't be looking at me on the news hating on me because I'm standing up for somebody that deserves to be standing up for. Get off the man's back. Let him do his job. He's doing the right thing. Back up off of him. And Grandma said it.
Look at his face. Trump liked that.
I love Nicki Minaj. She was here a couple of weeks ago. She's so beautiful. Her skin's so beautiful. I said, Nicki is so beautiful. Well, I want to thank you all and welcome you to the White House on this very special occasion. It is indeed. I've been at every one of them, and we celebrate the 100th anniversary of Black History Month. That's a big deal. 100. Wow. That's sort of special, the 100th. From rock and roll to rap, Black artists like Chuck Berry, Muddy Waters. How about Nicki Minaj? Do we love Nicki Minaj? Right? I love Nicki Minaj. She was here a couple of weeks ago. She's so beautiful. Her skin's so beautiful. I said, Nicki is so beautiful. Her nails are like that long. I said, Nicki, are they real? She said, she didn't want to get into that. And Black athletes have inspired billions around the globe, from Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard also, by the way, great, what a great fighter. Muhammad Ali, who was a friend of mine. Mike Tyson, boy, I tell you, Mike has been loyal to me. Whenever they come out, they say, Trump's a racist. You know, it's like a statement, Trump's a racist. Mike Tyson goes, he's not a racist, he's my friend, he's been there from the beginning, good times and bad. But Mike Tyson's a great guy, and he was so loyal, always been loyal. And I just want to say this is an honor to be here. We celebrate Black History Month. We honor the memory of those who came before us by continuing their legacy and fighting for an American that's really an America that's safe and strong and prosperous. We now have a country that's bigger, better, greater than ever before. Happy Black History Month, happy Black History Year, and happy Black History Century. Thank you all. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody.
You like that? She came out with the gloves, like, back up off of him. Back up off of him. Man, and that's the problem. When you deal with politics, the truth will always be melted or put to the side, or they water it down in order for their agenda. Grandma was right. Let him do what he do, man. Let him do what he do. Because, and I would say this, and I continuously say this, man, you got seasons. Some seasons we needed to have a Democrat as leader, a specific type of Democrat. because they either saw it in a way that we needed to bring some balance to the country at that point. So when we have this tug of war between Democrats and Republicans, and I know a lot of conservatives and Republicans will disagree with me. You'll be like, Leon, you crazy. But there are seasons where Republicans don't have a candidate that actually fits the needs for the country. And we've seen that before. But there are seasons like Ronald Reagan, Donald Trump, where things need to be readjusted and realigned. We can't just have so much compassion and no logic, or so much logic and no compassion. And that's what we kind of deal with a lot of times. We have more logic, we have so much logic, no compassion, or we have so much compassion and no logic. It needs to be rebalanced, it needs to be recentered. And the media just does a crummy job, and I like dragging them every time.
One thing